I have to go. I have to go really. I have to really.
You wanted to make a comment? Yeah. Well, anarchy is good. I like that. I mean, take it over, take the floor. Sorry, people don't know who this is, but this is Raymond Fu. And Raymond has been an architect at the Architectural Services Department for a long time, and he's one of those.
Actually, I introduce myself. I have been, very passionate about Hong Kong, and I've been very active, very inactive, but very, I would say, very supportive of all this movement since 30 years ago. So I know everything's going on, and I've seen, different layers, people coming up into talking about Hong Kong democracy, talking about Hong Kong architecture, and about free scene. So today, I did want to mention one point. One point is that what you have seen sometimes is not what you actually know about. And there are a lot of, backside story that sometimes makes me very frustrated. And sometimes it may not be really very easy to do. Such as, it's only going back to the Central Library issue, going back to the Stanley Compact issue. These are the things that I really want to talk about. So just 5 minutes and I go. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
You worked on that project.
I just wanted to share with you some of these political issues in government projects. And one other thing is I left the government, I left the government and I tried very hard to apply to be the activist member and I got it. You know what activist? Activist is aesthetic corporation, something like that. And the reason for that is because I have seen a lot of this, things that you really feel bad about. Therefore, I thought I'm being one of those members trying to make noise. But so bad after that is, after I've been inside, I find that a lot of this problem is not from the government, it's from the district court. The district court always asks for this and that and makes the place so, filled with unsightly architecture or unsightly structures or a lot of this very lousy structures that is not necessary. Somehow it's very hard to really, against that because they say this is not the people. Therefore, I feel so frustrated. Now, back onto the issue about this library things and this contract, this contract is actually, my team's work. And about the central library, I think I have to make clear to everybody that this is nothing about the government policy. It's about democracy, which is very, very bad to me. The design of that, they were together five designs. And it was through some kind of voting in the urban council that this design was chosen. It was each by one vote. Remember? It's by one vote. If not that one, the other design will come about, which would be very nice. But unfortunately, it was one vote lost. And about this Stanley Compact, when our team did that one, we have received so many complaints from the public saying this is lousy, this is ugly, this is unsightly, it's Stanley, because they saw the perspective, the same as this one. So I tried very, very hard to explain to individuals, and unfortunately, most of them are from White Oaks, which I'm very, very sad about this. Why they have that kind of perception about government projects? Can they really tell this is a good piece of work or not good piece of work? So to me, I always like to talk to people, individually. Finally, I convince them, so we get a deal. But still today, there are still a lot of people complaining because they found one of the stairs are narrower, because they found the toilet is not clear enough, the sign is not clear enough, therefore they cannot find it. Then they have some kind of consensus that this is not a good piece of architecture. So this is very wrong in Hong Kong somehow, because we are always talking about a very small group of people like ourselves. If we thought ourselves are educated, middle class, therefore we can tell architecture, we can really appreciate architecture, but the general public don't. So a lot of time I always receive letters complaining this and that, just because they don't understand architecture. Therefore maybe this is the way that I want to be about this. But bear in mind, I think Hong Kong people are really educated enough to really go for democracy, but not the way I go for good architecture. It still takes time. Okay, thank you.
Some supplementary thoughts. Because we understand that because of the democracy, sometimes the government, the government officials, the officers, they not have enough guts to approve something that is innovative. And then also all the other events that makes the government officers, they are very conservative. I think we always come across with something that we think is better. But the officer told me that it will be campaigned by someone, or this is not. They have to get this to be. I think maybe the legislative council people will comment on that or this. And I think they're going to protect themselves, and then that's why you see a lot of. I think in Hong Kong, in our practice, I think that the creativity is lesser because of all the approval. They have now they don't give exemption on anything that is out of the book. So you see all the building maybe just straight up and then very simple. And then when you compare with China, they have more freedom. And then when you look at my example, the real free form, anything that is very wild, it's because of the this is a educational building. They have a lot of corporations. If this is a private development, I think this is a residential development. No one will do this because you have to count extra GFA in the floor area, and then everything has to be just like a box.
Okay, so exciting things get killed by one voice that complains. Okay, and the district council cannot judge.
Really, this is the way Hong Kong is practicing.
So that's a problem that we're facing.
So you always see signage completed for everything because of they are afraid of campaign.
Okay.
I have something to add to what you said. I'm not commenting on the aesthetics of the architecture of the central line. What you just said actually wasn't a process of democracy. It was decision by committee, and famously things designed by committees usually turn out quite not the way it should be turned out. So don't get the democratic process with this.
Well, I have to make the absence of democracy. Even the architect, not myself, I know the architect well.
Those people on the committee were not voted into.
Yeah, that is right. That is right.
It's not quality democracy.
But that's a system.
It's not democracy at all.
It's not democracy at all.
Okay,
And also
so I had to maybe change the phrase. But anyway, he was voting.
But
I'm all for
let
that.
me put this to you that whether when we have true the democratic process and putting something like this public buildings to vote and for the public to vote on, do you think we'll come up with a better architecture in Hong Kong? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that, but I have great doubts about that.
That's too
I'm
great.
very sorry, but yeah.
Okay, no,
I have to be very honest with myself.